Sawubona Mzansi, and welcome to this evening's MIH Live. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you. And we are happy to announce that MIH version 1.2.2, the thing that we've been working on for the past month now, is finally out and available for you to download. Many new features, many new bug fixes. We'll get into that in a minute. However, you can download it right now, and that is the MIH app from the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and on the web. Won't have audio because in class, and won't get headphones until after the test. But the app is working now. Thank you so much, Demon Fox, over on Twitch. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let me just type it over there. Thanks. Thank you so much, Demon Fox. We appreciate you. So yes, the MIH app version 1.2.2 is now available for you to download from the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and you can use it on the web if you want. All you have to do to find us is search MIH or the MIH app, and we should appear at the top of the list. So this feature or this update brings two big features. So one big feature that you can see, and the other big feature is like a back-end background kind of thing, just fixing our architecture and stuff. So that is using Provider in order to manage our state inside the application. But the big feature that you can test out right now is our first game, Minesweeper, the first game ever to come to MIH. I'm excited to see, firstly, if people use it, if people like it, seeing different names getting added onto the leaderboard, things like that. I'm quite excited for that to start happening also. Hope stream goes okay. AFK, no stress, Demon Fox. Shout out, shout out, shout out. So yeah, there's some interesting things with the Minesweeper game. So for those that don't know what Minesweeper, or before we even do that, let's flip over, and then we can see what we're going to work on. Also, for those that are around over here, you can stick around because we are going to dive into Mzansi AI and the improvements and enhancements that we did make to it. But in the meantime, we're going to go through our standard traditions and things like that. So let me flip the camera and flip over for the people on YouTube and Twitch. So yes, currently we are on MIH version 1.2.2, and we have, or MIH currently has 1,023 people and 49 businesses are part of the MIH community. Thank you so much to each and every one of you for coming along on our journey in creating the first super app of Mzansi. So yeah, super interesting stuff over there, and like I mentioned, it is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH and MIH app, and we will appear at the top of the list. So, oh no, let's go back. So yeah, like I mentioned, these are the two main features, but there are many other quality of life improvements, new features, and bug fixes that we've implemented. But let's speak about the Minesweeper game. So if we head back to the home screen of MIH, you'll see these are the different packages of MIH. Let me know if you have any questions about what MIH is all about, and we can ask Mzansi AI, or I can just answer that question for you. But what we are going to look at is this new package right here called Minesweeper. If we click on this, it opens up the package for us, where we can either start a new game, we can look at the leaderboard. Currently it's only myself under the easy section. Then we can look at the different scores. So you can see that on this test profile of ours, there's no scores available. And next is the different rules of Minesweeper. So if we have a look at what Minesweeper is all about, let's go to intermediate. Let's go to intermediate. So we'll go intermediate just because I don't really want to use the test profile in order to submit stuff. But there's it over there. You click on a square. So the purpose of Minesweeper is to clear this board, to make sure that you've covered or unveiled each and every space. So when I say cover, so basically the point of the game is to not click on the bombs and make sure that all of them are clear. So if we have a look over here, let's look at this one over here that I'm clicking on. So this one here, we have to look at the squares around it. And this over here is definitely a bomb. So in order to place a bomb, you click and hold. And then we can move over to the next one and we can keep doing that to see what's there. But you can see over here, it's already catered for. This bomb is catered for. This one, it's also catered for. So let's move on to a different one. So this over here. So 1, 2. So here, all around it, there's one bomb, but it's catered for here. It's also catered for here. 2. Okay, we're stuck now. I think we're stuck. But yeah, that's what the game is all about. So I like playing this game, to wind down the mind, or when chilling in like queues and stuff, instead of using, what is this? Instead of going onto social medias and mindlessly swiping through things, I would rather come onto the MIH app and play some Minesweeper. So it does get quite fun, quite exciting as you're trying to push for time. So you can see there is a timer over there. And once you've scored something, your time will be submitted through to the leaderboard. So let's do this one. Let's see how far we can get. Over here. Let me know if you have any questions. Yuki, I see you out there. Shout out. So I must be careful now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I must be careful because I don't want to finish this game. Or should we? No. I don't want to finish this game now. But yeah, so this is basically what's it all about. You put bombs down, you do things, and then I'll show you what happens. So let's click over here. When you do click on a bomb. So it says, better luck next time. You lost this game of Minesweeper. Please feel free to start a new game or check out the leaderboard. So if we click on new game, it'll just begin a new game for us, or the start new game window will appear where we can select the difficulty and then continue. Or else, what you can do is click on leaderboard, and what it will do is it'll take you through to the leaderboard section where you have the list of all the different users that have submitted, or a list of top 20 users. So currently I'm the only one on the leaderboard because the update just came out today. Hopefully in the future there'll be more names on this list and we can see more of the people of Mzansi. And the only one that I wasn't able to do on my side was the hard one. Like I mentioned in the video today, the hard difficulty is quite difficult, if I must say. Let me showcase this. So we're selecting the hard difficulty, click on start, and you see immediately there's a bomb. So it gets super hard. So I don't know if it's the right level of difficulty, or if it's something that we should change on our side in order to like make less bombs or more squares or something along those lines. But yeah, I think you just need to get super lucky when it comes to the hard game in order to actually win a game over here. Because you'll run through it and then it'll get to a point where you're going to have to start guessing. And I'll showcase the rules to you. The rules specifically say don't guess. Or what's the best way of winning this game is not guessing. What happened? 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Oh, this wasn't a bomb here. Damn it. But yeah, it does get kind of tricky these days. So yeah, this is the Minesweeper game. Super excited for it. Super excited for you to dive into the leaderboard and showcase your skills to us. Oh yes, there's let's go back to the rules. So if we have a look at, where is this one over here, where it says don't guess, here right at the bottom of the screen. So if you have a look over there, it says key beginner tips. So start with the edges and the corners, because the edges and the corners have less blocks that could be potential bombs. So it's a little bit safer doing it that way instead of doing in the middle where every single square around it is a potential bomb. And then don't guess. So this is the one over here where when you're on hard mode, it gets a little bit tricky because it gets to a point where you're going to have to start guessing. Yes, and so that's that one. And then I'll provide a background information. Let's see what other cool features we can showcase to you. I think, yeah, we have an engine card also that we've added onto the Mzansi wallet. So the Mzansi wallet is a place for us to store our loyalty cards digitally. And what we have added is the new engine card. So one of the members of Mzansi, I'm not sure who it was, I'll have to go check my comments, but requested us to add the engine card onto the Mzansi wallet. So we do have that available for us now. Member. And then we can add our card number. Remember, if you have it on your phone, you can use your camera to scan the QR code. And then once we click on add, we should see engine is there for us. Looking quite cool. And now you can utilize that. So I'm not sure on my side. I thought there was no engine card. I thought they used the clicks card. But I'll have to go to them and ask them what's their loyalty programs looking like. But that's what we've added there. Also, if you have a look here on the top right-hand corner of the screen, so we're currently on the personal side of MIH. There's two parts of MIH. One is the personal side for each and every individual out there. And then we also have a business side. So to switch over, you can either click on this or the briefcase button, or you can swipe over if you're on mobile. But let's click the briefcase button and look what happens over here. So when you click over, it switches over to your business profile picture to showcase that you are on the business side of MIH, and you don't get mistaken that, oh no, I'm on the personal side and you don't know what's happening. It's just a quick user experience kind of thing that we have resolved on our side. So cool. Let's before we move on to everything, let's see what else is there. So meta ads, long press, changes to the people. Okay, that's fine. Visibility. Yeah, so all of the other things is bug fixes and quality of life improvements. So these are the main features out there. So let's dive into MIH, the dev environment, because we are currently working on, if you can look at the bottom of the screen right now, we are working on version 1.2.3. Shout out, Yuki. We appreciate you for diving into the chat. So let's see what you're saying. Hello. Do you also use Windows or Linux OS? So great question, Yuki. We appreciate that. So we have given up on Windows a very long time ago because the performance issues, blue screens of death, all of those kind of things. So we've given up on Windows. And on our laptop that we stream from, we are using Ubuntu OS. So Ubuntu OS is a free and open source operating system, created by a South African also, shout out to him. And yeah, so this is what we are using. We are using, I don't think I'm using 25, I haven't moved over yet, but I am using Ubuntu 24.10 on my laptop. But you can see over here that I am using, or you can see at the top of the screen over here, that I am using a Mac Mini. I'm using Mac OS over here, and I am using a Mac Mini for my development machine. The only reason why I have a Mac Mini is because in order to develop for iOS and publish to the App Store, you have to have physical hardware, whether that's a phone or whether that's what is this? Whether it's your phone or whether it's a computer, you actually have to have the actual hardware itself. There are service providers, cloud service providers out there. So one of the members of Mzansi did mention it a while ago. But yeah, so yeah, you need a Mac device in order to develop for Apple. It's kind of crazy, kind of nonsensical in my opinion. But I get it because, I don't know, things connect to Xcode and then it pushes out there. It's very interconnected there. Their systems and stuff. So that's what we are using. What are you using, Yuki? Are you a Windows person or a Linux person or an Apple person? Let us know. Anyone else there also? Let us know in the chat what kind of operating system do you use. I know the last time I asked this question, a lot of Linux users out there, a lot of people using Linux Mint, Arch Linux, Kali Linux, which is for hackers, and Ubuntu. And yeah, many different operating systems out there. But cool, let's dive into, thank you so much for that question. Let's dive into MIH, the Chrome version. For MIH version 1.2.3. 1.2.3. That's the next version that we are working on. This version is not going to come out anytime soon. We are reaching the end of the year and it's festive season now, and we don't want to deal with any dramas of production issues or server issues while we are during the festive seasons. So we only going to have the next update available maybe next year, like end of Jan or something. That's what we're going to do. So let's have a look. So we're just going to sign in quickly. I use Mac OS, Windows 11, Debian, and Tails OS. What's Tails OS? Interesting. Before we move on to this, I see Yuki is saying that he or she uses Tails OS. That's interesting. The other ones I know of. Tails OS. No information is available for this page. Hectic. Sorry, wait, let me show you again. No information available for this page. I see there's another question. I created a stealthy red team code. Use code. I don't know what you're saying, Kahiso. I created a stealthy red team code. Use DC++ 17. I'm not sure what that means. Sawubona Iki, nice to see you here this evening. C++ 17, I'm not sure what that is. But let us know if I'm able to access it through the internet. We can hook it up. But let's check out what Tails OS is all about. Free the internet. Support tools that break the chain of censorship and surveillance. Donate to the Tor project today. Okay, so it's probably linked to Tor and stuff. It's for cybersecurity. Yeah. Let us know. Is it like a website we can read about it more, Kahiso? We can hook it up. So let's see. Is this a Linux-based operating system? I'm assuming it is because most operating systems are. Who is this? Edward Snowden. Oh, recommended by. Okay. Rise up, access now. How Tails works. Yo, Yuki, why are you using such dangerous operating systems over here? Leave no trace on the computer. Hectic. What are you doing out here, Yuki? Hectic. Yo, your secure computer anywhere. Hectic. So it is a Linux-based distribution. So use Tails, shut down the computer, and start the Tails USB stick instead of... Okay, so it's like a bootable USB. I'm sure you should be able to. Let us know. But I'm sure you should be able to submit or install this on. But they're saying you can just use it through your the USB stick, the bootable USB stick. I want to give teddies just that it's a weapon that bypasses system. I want to give teddies... Oh, I meant details. Oh, you want to give details, but it's a weapon that bypasses systems. Hectic, Kachi. So what kind of dangerous things are you getting up to? Sawubona J, nice to see you here this evening. We appreciate you. What dangerous things are you getting up to, Kachiso? I meant details. Yeah, what dangerous things are you getting up to over here? Very, very interesting. So yeah, so also Yuki, what's the difference between using this as a bootable USB or just using this as a USB thingy operating system compared to using what's this other thing? Like any other Linux distribution on a USB stick. But let's read. Tails is a 1.9 gigabyte download and takes about half an hour to install. It can be installed in a USB stick minimum. Okay. So this is quite interesting. This is definitely some interesting stuff. Yes, Jay, I think Kahiso is an ethical hacker. We are assuming the ethical part. Done with the test now. Shout out Demon Fox. We appreciate you. I hope the test went well. Yeah, we don't know if Kahiso is an ethical hacker or just an ordinary Mr. Robot kind of hacker. Let us know, Kahiso. Let us know. So, yeah, this is also interesting stuff. But, yeah, my go-to is Ubuntu OS, because I'm a little bit biased. It is created by a South African. and it was the first Linux operating system that I was exposed to. So yeah, I just like it like that. Let us know, Kaki. So let us know. Now I was building a firewall, so by doing, you need to start building the red teams. Hectic. Yo, people of Mzansi get up to some interesting things out here. I'm not gonna lie, not gonna lie. Thank you so much, Kakiso, for sharing this with us. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So yes, like I mentioned, I would like to see some names appear on the leaderboard. I know it's only day one of, where is this? It's only day one of the update being out. Not even day one, like a couple hours into the update being out. But I would love to have like a whole lot of different names. What we up to today? Great question, great question. So we just had a look. We just finished have a look at the different features that came out inside MIH today. But what we are going to do today is have a look at the next version of MIH, what we are working on. So this is 1.2.3. And version 1.2.3 is... I'm still figuring out the roadmap, but I didn't want to waste time today on not working. Shout out Kajiso. Thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. Make sure to download MIH. We are available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH or MIH app and we should appear at the top of the list. I'm so sorry, Jay. I saw your message. It's definitely a me issue. I need to pay attention to the camera. My bad, my bad. But cool. Yes, so instead of wasting time not developing and trying to think of a way forward, what we are going to be working on is, or what we started working on is overhauling Mzansi AI. So a while ago, some of the, or let me say, a lot of the members of Mzansi out there were saying that we should standardize Mzansi AI to look like the other AI chatbots out there, and then also try and fix the voice thing. The voice thing, I don't think we're gonna fix now, but we have tried to fix the look and feel of Mzansi AI. And the only reason why we were able to do this now is because we've implemented Provider. We understand how Provider works. And the tool that we are using over here, it is called, let me scroll down to the bottom. It is called LLM Chat View. And this is the one that uses Provider. So you see I have some providers over here for us. So yeah, that's how it works. Let's check Demon Fox. I'm working on a code in Google Docs, since I can't put it in Code HS, Code High School, I'm assuming. But I hope to one day put it into another app. So Demon Fox, why do you have to jump through so many different hoops in order to code? Can you not just download like VS Code or something along those lines in order for you to code? Let us know in the chat, because it's quite strange that you're doing coding on Google Docs in order to do this. Very strange. Rather use like Notepad++ or VS Code or something. So let's see. You have mentioned that you have an enhanced repeat BDOS on Windows. Have you tried using a VM? So, okay, blue screens of death. So I've mentioned, okay, currently no, because school restricts and parents, hectic. They think you out there going to be hacking. I'm so sorry, Demon Fox. So Yuki is saying that I previously mentioned that I was experiencing blue screens of death on Windows. Have you tried using a virtual machine? So I have tried using a virtual machine, but I don't see the need of going back to Windows. So there's nothing really that's holding me onto Windows and keeping me locked in there. Everything that I need to do can either be done on my Mac development machine or on my Ubuntu laptop. Basically, I want to say like 95% of the things that I do can be done on all operating systems. So I'm not really restricted. So I'm not really worried about going back to Windows. So Yuki, on this laptop that we're using to stream on right now, to YouTube and Twitch, check us out, Mzansi Innovation Hub. But it only blue screened once, but I did see some performance issues. But when I was in the corporate world, corporate environments, they give you Windows computers to work from. And I was always experiencing blue screens of death over there with those ones. So I didn't want to deal with those issues of when's my computer gonna freeze, when's it gonna break, is it gonna come right today, and also the performance issues. That's something that I can't stand. You literally like restart the computer, and then all of a sudden 60% of your resources is gone just chilling over here. So yeah, that's it over here. Let me send you a full stack chatbot code. So thank you so much, Kagiso. I'm not sure where you're gonna send it. Do you run Ubuntu on a ThinkPad? So I'm not running it on a ThinkPad right now. Let me move my thing for you. So it's not a ThinkPad. It's an Asus something. So I'm not sure if you're able to see, but it's an Asus laptop. Yeah, you can see the logo over here. It's an Asus laptop. It's just I think it's a Tough Book or something. There's it over here. So it's an Asus Tough Gaming F15 laptop. It does have a young mobile graphics card, an i7. So this is what we are using, and if you look over here, so this is the OBS that you can see. I'm sorry, people on Twitch and YouTube, you can't see it now, but you can see this is the Ubuntu style. I don't even know how to check my my thingy over here. Settings, system, about. I think this is it. Yeah, so we are using Ubuntu OS over here. So it's not on a ThinkPad, but you can probably put it on a ThinkPad. Let me close this. Yeah, but you can probably put it on a ThinkPad. So, Kagiso, how are you going to send through the code to me so that we can have a look? And is that code all in one? Is that code all in one file? Very strange things over here. Very strange things. But thank you so much. Let us know. But cool. Yes. So this is what we are using. We are using this new package inside Flutter in pub.dev, and not redacted. It is Flutter AI Toolkit. You can dual boot Windows with any laptop. You can have both, or you can dual boot Ubuntu with any laptop. Have both Windows and Ubuntu. Very true, but like I mentioned, Calvin, what's the point of having Windows if I can do everything on Ubuntu, right? So the only thing that I can't do, let me be honest, the only thing that I can't do on Ubuntu is use TikTok's live streaming studio. That's the only thing that I can't use. Other than that, I have basically everything over there. But yeah, that is an option, Yuki. If you'd like to test out or try out Ubuntu, you can dual boot, just like any other Linux operating system out there. Thank you so much, Calvin, for diving into the chat. We appreciate you. So let's have a look over here. So this is what we are using, Flutter AI Toolkit. So the Flutter AI Toolkit is something built by, you can see it's Flutter Labs, so it's built by Google themselves to handle AI implementations and things like that. And if we have a look, it gives you something like this. So out of the box, it gives you something like this where you can use text or speech to text. I don't know how to implement this now. You can upload images, and you can take pictures. I also don't know how to do that at the moment, and enter text over there. So this is what we've tried to achieve. It's about 90% there. We just have to finish up the look and feel and stuff. And I also have to ask you a question. I also have to ask the people of Mzansi a question. So the question is going to be about our text-to-speech implementation. So let me show you what Mzansi AI currently looks like. So when we say, hey, we send this through. So an AI thoughts window will appear at the top on the screen. Thank you so much, Proud. We appreciate you. And then once Mzansi AI is ready, it'll start typing out the information over here for you. Then when you are ready to, let me switch my audio. Then when you are ready to listen to it, what you can do is you can click on the menu button and then click on read aloud. And then have a listen.
Hey there, waving hand. It's great to be chatting with you. How can I help you out today? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Shout out. Thank you so much. So that's what it's looking. That's what it looks like over here. And then when we switch over to the new one, this is what it's looking like. So we have our menu button. We have our things. When we click on Hey, send, our new window, our new bubble will appear like a normal chat, and it'll think, and then it will generate something for you. But then you can't, like on Google, you can't click and hold to listen to it. What you have to do is click on the menu button, and then you are able to read the last message. Read last message.
Hey there, waving hand. How can I help you today? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Shout out. I don't know why the voice is even different. We'll have to figure that out. We'll have to figure that out. So Calvin is saying Flutter for web dev. That's interesting, bro. Looks cool. So yeah, Flutter is a cross-platform framework. So Flutter. And that's exactly why we chose it. So let me just go Flutter. And you are able to code in both, or you are able to code for both all platforms. So where's this? Multi-platform applications. So whether it's mobile, which is iOS, Android, whether it's desktop, which is Mac OS, Linux, Windows, or whether it's the web, you just code once and then deploy to all of these different platforms. So it's a very cool kind of thing. Let's try and figure out why our Mzansi AI doesn't sound the same. I think it's because of this. This is the only thing that's different. Let's save it. So yeah, let me show you that again. Hopefully it won't take so long. So this is currently the current version of Mzansi AI. When we send a message, hey, the AI thoughts window will appear where it will think about the answer and then generate it for you. Then you are able to read it aloud over here through the menu button. Or close it. I'm so sorry, Moscow. We aren't doing co-hosting this evening. And then also another thing, another restriction on the current version of Mzansi AI is we can't read this message again. This message that came through, once we close the window, it's done. However, if we head over to the newer version, and send the same message, hey, our chat bubble will appear. And yeah, it starts typing. And then we are able to read this multiple times. So read aloud.
Hey there, waving hand. How's your day going so far? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Shout out Mzansi AI. So you can see it, listen to it. We listen to it. And now we can listen to it again even.
Hey there, waving hand. How's your day going so far? Smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks. Is there anything I can help you with today?
Shout out Mzansi AI. So let us know which version of Mzansi AI do you like. Do you think we are wasting our time in implementing this version that looks more like your chat GPTs, your Googles, your things like that? Obviously not so advanced, but let's do a coding question. Let's do a coding question and see what it looks like over here. So yeah, let us know in the chat while Mzansi AI is generating stuff for us. Hey, please write a Python script to get the Fibonacci sequence. Let's see. So Calvin is saying super cool. How about adding a speech to text button? So that's built in. Interesting. Interesting. Do you see how nonsense these things are looking? I wonder why. Okay, so this is the code block. Yeah, very interesting why the code section does that. But let's stop this. And also we have a stop button now, so you can just stop generating stuff over here. So I see Calvin is saying super cool. How about adding a speech to text button on the chat bubble instead? So okay, we do have that feature available, right? It's also built into this toolkit that we're using. But the only problem, you see, there's it over here. So let me increase this. So you can see enable voice notes. So let me find if CW and let's say enable voice note true. And when we head back over, so we do have the button over here, but I don't know if I click on it. So use microphone. What microphones are there? Immersed virtual microphone, Teams. So I don't have a microphone to use at the moment to test this functionality out while using the site, but it is over there and it should be working and stuff. The only problem is when I submit, it just keeps loading and loading and loading and loading. So I don't really know what things are all about. C++ 17 is a version of C++ programming language standard, officially published in December 2017. Shout out. I don't know there's versions like that. Hectic. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. So you see it just keeps loading and loading and loading and loading. So not really the behavior that we want with our app. Alright. So that's why. I mean, move the play voice button away from the menu. And okay, I get what you're saying. So it's kind of hard to explain why we can't do that, because this is, so let me try and explain it the way I understand it. So we are using this framework over here. So this is Flutter AI Toolkits, right? So it gives you with predefined methods and functions and things that we are able to edit and stuff in the application. So at the moment, they don't allow you the flexibility of changing the stuff on the screen or adding new functionality to you. So what I wanted to do was, I really wanted to add a, like you click and hold on one of these thingies and then you start playing the audio. But because this whole thing that you're seeing on the screen right now is a part of this Flutter AI toolkit, we aren't really able to edit anything about it. We have to add additional features on top of it. So that's why you see that I put it into the menu button and not somewhere else, like integrated into the application itself. Maybe. Yeah, so it's very restricting. That's the only thing that I don't like about using this, using toolkits and stuff. It's very restricting. You have to only use what they have, and you can see that they don't even have text-to-speech available on here. I had to jipper the system to add text-to-speech. So when you're an ethical hacker or into testing systems, to be honest, you are good. SRS, sirs. Thank you so much for saying that we're good. Shout out, Kajiso. We appreciate you. Yeah, very restrictive. I get you. We can trigger the text-to-speech programmatically. So that's also a good idea. So I'm assuming you mean like automatically. So I can do that, right? So let me show you where I can do that. So over here. So in our provider, there's a section where there's it over here. So we're streaming the chunks over here. And we're returning these chunks. I could start the text-to-speech section over here and just have it automatically start speaking to you. But I don't think every single person wants to use text-to-speech. I know a lot of people complain about the text-to-speech functionality inside MIH, that it sounds like a robot. But yeah, I don't want it to automatically happen. It's a feature that you can use. It's not a required feature. It's a optional feature. I like to use it because if we ask long questions to Mzansi AI, let's go to the production version. So if we ask the question to Mzansi AI, like what is MIH in one paragraph, send this through. So this is the production version of Mzansi AI. And let's have a listen.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi stands for Mzansi Innovation Hub, and we're a proud South African startup company. Think of us as your all-in-one digital companion. We built the MIH app to make life easier, both personally and professionally. It's like having a super-powered toolkit right on your phone. The app has features like managing your professional profile, scheduling appointments, storing loyalty cards, and even a handy calculator. Basically, we're here to streamline your life and help you thrive in Mzansi smiling face with smiling eyes and rosy cheeks.
Shout out Mzansi AI. So that's how Mzansi AI currently works. I see there's a question of does it generate code? So yes, it does generate code, but I use it for very basic tasks, like things that I forgot. I ask it to remind me about, because we are using Olama, the open source models, and our hardware, because we are hosting this on our own servers, we don't have like hundreds and hundreds of gigabytes of RAM, video RAM specifically, but we are using Gemma 3N. And Gemma 3N, yeah, so if you have a look over here, it's about 7.5 gigabytes. So this is what we are using. It's not really the frontier model, but you can ask it to generate code. So I'll ask it to write Python code to add two numbers. And you can see it does show it off over here. So it does generate code for you. And what you can do, you can copy the code if you'd like and present it over there, but it does generate code for you. Whether this code works or not, we're not sure. We'll have to verify it, but it can generate some code for you, basic codes. So Calvin is saying, yeah, it's very robotic. I get you, bro. Have you checked out Everlabs? They have very natural voices. So I have checked them out. I have to do a little bit more of a deep dive into hosting it on our own, because remember, the point of using free and open source technologies is to reduce the amount of cost that we have to carry over onto you. So in order to do that, we are using free tools. Thank you so much, TK, for the follow. We appreciate you. So if we head back, so the one that we are using is Flutter TTS. So it's a Flutter package that is available, and yeah, it works on all our platforms that we are targeting. So it works on, I don't know why you can't see this so nicely. There's it over there. So it works on Android, iOS, macOS, web, and Windows. So it's all over the place for you. And the thing with so I did see that Everlabs does have an open source tool, but we just have to dive into it, learn how to host it on our own, learn how to connect to it, and how to bring in that information into Flutter and use the sound in order to do this. With Flutter TTS, it automatically does it for you. So it was an easy way to add text-to-speech to the application, and also a free way of doing that. Super cool that you're hosting Olama yourself. Yeah, it's super easy to do. So Calvin is saying that it's cool hosting Olama on our own, and it's not so difficult to do. If I'm being honest, you can do it yourself. So all you have to do is go to Google, search for Docker. When you get to Docker, you'll see a hub. So don't click on Docker Hub, just click on normal hub. And that'll take you to the Docker Hub section. At the top of the screen, by the search, just search Olama. And yeah, use the official version. And so firstly, learn Docker. And then you can get going with Olama on your own hardware at home. Super, super easy to do. And super easy to implement. They've basically done everything for you. All the hard work is done by the Olama team. So Kahiso is saying, I see, that's good. Shout out. Peter, thank you so much, Peter, for diving into the chat. We appreciate you. You ever used custom LLM providers for Flutter AI toolkit like OpenRouter? So that's exactly what we did right now. So if you have a look on the screen right now, so I'm using Flutter AI toolkit. So you can see LLM chat view. That's a Flutter AI toolkit widget. And so this is our own provider, which is Mzansi AI. But Mzansi AI provider has an Olama provider. And this Olama provider code I got online somewhere. So this is the custom provider code that we are using. So you can see Olama provider, LLM provider with change notifier and things like that. I just got this code from the internet, not from any like Gemini or stuff. Actual people wrote this code. So I'll show you where I got it from. If we go back. So if you have a look over here, Flutter AI provider. And then after looking at this, I went to community driven. So then I went to their documentation, which is not this one. So I went to their documentation over here. And after seeing this documentation, I saw that the thingy that I was looking at was decrepit. I don't know which one I was looking at. I think it was this one. So yeah, there's it over here. This repo is it's dedicated to community, what. So I tried using this one, but it kept breaking. So I took the code from the Olama provider, because that's the one that we're using. And that's what you see over here on the screen. So we used a custom provider for Olama provider. So yes, we did use our own custom provider. We didn't create it on our own, but we did get it from someone else. No need to recreate the wheel when someone has already done it for you. And yes. So there was a few things that I wanted to fix over here. So the first thing, let's remove this. So you're using Docker and GitHub for deployment? Not at all. So let's head over to our tech stack. Kagiso, thank you so much. Let's head over to our tech stack and I can explain it for you. So we are using Git for our version controlling, not for deployment, anything. It's just for storing code and storing the versions and stuff. That's what we're using Git for. And we are using Docker to orchestrate all of our different components of the MIH app and the MIH server. So that's our own custom server. So if we have a look, we have a reverse proxy server with Nginx to enter into the server and take us to the different containers. Then we have Flutter as our front end. We have super tokens as our authentication layer. We have Fast API as the API layer. MySQL as the database layer. Objects, our MinIO for object storage, and Olama for our AI server. So that's what we are using. And in order to deploy stuff, it's super cool because we're using Docker, right? So I'll show you so we just use the normal Git to pull the information. And then once you are ready to run the MIH server, all you have to do is, hopefully you can see this, all you have to do is, let's see if we can find it. Yeah, so you would run Docker Compose. Thank you so much, Peter, for the follow. We appreciate you. So all you have to do is run Docker Compose. I think you'll be able to see this. Yeah, Docker Compose up/d in detached mode and then build. And then it builds the server for you and does everything for you automatically. So there's no need to use like another third-party tool to do this when I'm just using one line of code or one script in the terminal in order to run everything. So what do you use the reverse proxy for? How does it differentiate from native apps and web? So the reverse, so I'm not an expert on this, right? So thank you so much, Calvin, for that. Oh, wait, there was another question. Before we head over to Calvin, nice. Now, do you use API keys on the app? Because if someone decompiles and extracts the API key, so it's not inside the app, for sure. It's not inside the app. Don't stress about that. Valid question, very valid question. Yeah, and we are learning out there also. So if someone gets the key and all of these things, it's all right. It's all right. We'll make a plan. We'll change things up. But thank you so much for that. We'll definitely look into some more security about this. So Calvin is saying, what do you use the reverse proxy for? How does it differentiate from native apps and web? So we do have MIH as a native app, right? Like I did mention earlier, MIH is available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. They're all using the same technology stack. Where is it? They're all using the same technology stack. It's just different front ends that you're pointing to, right? So what does the reverse proxy server do? So basically, all of these different thingies are like little mini servers. For security, use KMI. For proper coding, Kimi. Okay, no problem. I'll check out what Kimi is. Thank you so much for that. So all of these things are Docker containers, right? So how I like to think of Docker containers is it's like its own mini server inside a server, right? So all of these, so there's a front end server, here's a back end, or our authentication server, our backend fast API server, our SQL server, our S3 storage server, right? So all of these are different servers. So then how does the internet basically know? How does our server know which container does it need to point to that we are calling, right? So if we have a look, our application's URL, go SH, thank you so much for the follow, we appreciate you. If you have a look at our URL, it's app dot, right? So it's app dot Mzansi Innovation Hub. So the reverse proxy server sees that, okay, you're looking for app, for app. App navigates you over to the front end server. Msiana, thank you so much for the follow. We appreciate you. So it basically over here, it says, okay, you're looking for app.mzansiinnovationhub.com. That URL points to this container. So I need to direct you to this container in the server. And then if you're looking for API, or if you come in with the URL API dot whatever, it takes you to our API server. And all of those different kind of things that, like if it goes to storage, it'll take us to our storage container. So it's just a way for us to orchestrate all of these kind of things. And then also another thing that, or another reason why that we used Nginx is because we are using certbot. So certbot for our what's this thing? For our certification. So if you have a look at the MIH app, it does have a secure connection. So this certificate that was generated, it's generated by certbot. I should add that over there, but this generates the certificates for us, for our different domains and things. So yeah, because Vertex AI has some protection, but if you use OpenAI directly, it exposes it. Okay, yeah, we're not using anything OpenAI related or Vertex AI related. We're using Mzansi AI out here. Shout out. So yeah, this is it. And you can see even over here, Nginx on Linux. This is exactly what we're using. So Nginx basically, let me show you what that looks like. I don't think there's anything incriminating over there, if I'm being honest. So let's head over to our Nginx config. So you can see over here, it basically says if someone comes in with app dot, then return 301 and then put HTTPS. So it makes sure that I do HTTPS, and then it gets my SSL certificate, which is generated by certbot, and make sure that everything is fine, everything is okay, and then it directs me through to my UI container, my UX container. All right, so that's basically how it works. So it comes in with normal 80. That's the port that we are using, 80. It listens for 80. Once it receives 80 on this URL, then basically this is like forwarding it or adding HTTPS to it. And then it's adding the certificate and things over here. And then taking us through to our container. And you can see here certbot for the validation and things. But your native apps aren't containerized. So how are your native apps being? So, okay. So remember, Flutter is our front end. So you have to remove Nginx from there. So instead of it, so Nginx is basically for the web, or if our application is calling different URLs. So let's say our application is calling our APIs, right? That's when it goes through Nginx because it's calling our API one. But when you're using Flutter, you build a version. Let me see if I can show you right now. So what you do is you build a version. Let me see. Let's drop this down a bit. So you build a AAB or an IPA version of the app, and that's what's uploaded to the app stores and things. That's what you connect to. Yeah, cool. Makes sense to use Nginx for SSL terminations. Yeah. So basically, Let's look at it over here. So when we're using app.mzansi Innovation Hub, right, it through like Google Chrome, what it does is it comes through the reverse proxy server. Then from there, it goes through to the app version, right? But then when you download the Android version, you're getting it from the Google Play Store. So you're bypassing this one over here to get to the front end because it's directly through the Google Play Store. Same thing with the iOS version and the Huawei version of it. So that just comes from the Google Play Stores. So we do have deep linking in place. So if someone, I'll show you what it looks like now. Or not this one. So deep linking or app linking is a concept of when someone uses your URL in the browser, it navigates them over to the app version. So you can see over here, I'm on app. Let's go to the home screen. So I'm on here, and then you can see the MIH logo because I have the app installed. When I click on this, it opens up the native version of the application itself. So here's it over here. Yeah, but the native app versions, they are handled by the stores that we go to. So let's see. But your native apps aren't containerized. Okay, cool. Yeah, makes sense. Okay. Yes, so the native codes aren't behind the native apps. No. The native apps itself, other than the web one, are on the different Play Stores and stuff. So number one, install Python plus dependencies base setup, base setup, you. 2, add backend code AI brain. I can give it. Yeah, shout out, send it to us. We can have a review at it now. But the APIs that the native apps use are behind the, yes, that is correct. So the native apps are behind our reverse proxy server. And when you call it through the app, remember it's just a normal HTTP call to the internet. So it's going through the internet to our URL, and that URL directly goes to the reverse proxy server. Yeah, I was just asking in terms of your diagram that shows apps behind the thingy. So I get you. So it's basically, I put it like that because it's just one thing. It's not a separate code base. So if I put it separately, it would make it seem like I'm using separate tools in order to generate my code. Thank you so much, Calvin. We appreciate you for the follow. Shout out. So solid, bro. You have amazing energy. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. Make sure to download MIH right now from the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Just search MIH or MIH app, and we will definitely appear at the top of the list. We currently have, let's go back to our thingy. We currently have 1,023 people and 49 businesses are part of our MIH community. So we would really like it if you would become the 1,024th person. Shout out. So yeah, cool stuff. So there's a few things that I want to change. So let me show you, let me give you an example. Let me cancel this thingy over here, change this to false, change inside word, false. And let's switch over to the new version. So yeah, when we start typing over here, so let's say, hey, you'll see that we have a send button over here. When we hover over it, there's text over there, and that text is just white for some reason. It's crazy writings and stuff over here. So I want to fix that. And also, if we send this, sorry, I'm using a very slow model for this because this is running locally right now. So that's why it takes so long to respond to just a hey. And if we hover over this, you should be able to see, let me see. You should be able to see this copy button, but it's so small. This is what I was talking about when I say it's very restricting using these toolkits, because there's no way for me to increase the size of this copy button. There's no way for me to increase the size of this logo. There's no way for me to increase the size of this logo either. It's all restricted. What I would have to do in order to do that is contribute to the project and enable those features over there, which is quite hectic. Very hectic, actually. Let's see, what's the time? You should place in a feature for multi-language. So let us know, send us a message in a different language, and you should just be able to speak to Mzansi AI in your specific language, and it should answer it. So ask us a question in any language, and also tell us what language it is at the end, so that we'll know. But then we won't send that through to Mzansi AI. Why not use Olama to build your own widgets, bro? More customizable. So very interesting. What does the app to JM? Shout out. Let's answer your question first. So let's head over to Calvin and Kagiso. We're gonna dive into your questions now. Keep them in mind. Remind me if I forget. But let's answer JM's question quickly. So MIH is the first super app of Mzansi. MIH is short for Mzansi Innovation Hub. We currently have 1,023 people and 49 businesses are part of the MIH community. So what is the app all about? The main purpose of the MIH app is to make the lives of all the people and the businesses of Mzansi a whole lot better, a whole lot easier, and a whole lot smoother. That's what we're all about. We have multiple different packages that we do provide to you to achieve this goal. So we can ask Mzansi AI the question here at the top. What is MIH all about? Your MOIH, no, MIH. What is MIH all about? Send. And then Mzansi AI will think for a bit. I didn't say in one paragraph, so I was going to talk long stories to us. But we'll just listen to the beginning and then I'll run through the different things. Why didn't it speak about our Minesweeper game? But anyway, let's have a listen.
Hey there, waving hand. Mzansi Innovation Hub, MIH, is all about empowering South Africa. Think of the MIH app as your all-in-one toolkit for both your personal and professional life. We're a startup company based right here in Mzansi, and we created the MIH app to make things easier. It's like having a helpful companion in your pocket. Here's a quick rundown of what we offer. Mzansi Profile, manage your personal and business.
Thank you so much, Mzansi AI. So let's read the features. Jay, I see your question over there. We're going to answer it. So Mzansi Profile, manage your personal and business profiles. Mzansi Wallet, store your loyalty cards digitally. The Patient Manager is mainly for medical practices. It's to streamline your appointments and also for you to store your medical data there instead of it being in like the emails where you lose it and all of those kind of things. Mzansi AI to assist with any of our questions that we have. Mzansi Directory, a place to search for people and businesses of Mzansi. The Mzansi Calendar, just to organize basic appointments. And then the Calculator, simple calculations, tip calculations, forex calculations. Then we have the new Minesweeper package. The new Minesweeper package is the first game of MIH. So this is why we call MIH the first super app of Mzansi. It has multiple different features. That main purpose is to make your life a little bit easier. So lots of questions flooding through this evening. I appreciate each and every one of you. Let's go to the top. So you should add multi-language. So because it's an LLM and it's trained by Google, it does know different languages. How good it is, I'm not sure. But how good it is at that, I'm not sure. But it can handle it, like for basic translations and stuff. So then Calvin is saying, why not use Olama to build your own widgets, bro? More customizable. So I did do that. We have a whole lot of other widgets out there. So let's head over to our code. I'll show you now quickly. So our MIH package components. So we have a banner ad. We have our profile picture. We have all of these are custom ones built by us, also assisted with AI. So I don't like using I don't like giving Mzansi AI complex questions yet because it's a little bit not so intelligent as compared to the other ones. So I do use DeepSeek and Gemini in order to assist me with that. But then the reason why I am not doing this for this AI one is because the AI toolkit is created by Google for, there's Fire Studios and all of these things for people to create AI apps. So I'm assuming one day in the future, they're going to keep adding to this AI toolkit when more features come out. I'm sure one day there's going to be agentic functionality. I think Flutter AI agent or something, there's an agent tools is available, and it's probably created by, it's not created by them, but there's many different things out there instead of us recreating it. So then, what does the app do? We answer that. Jay is asking the question: have I approached any doctors recently? So I haven't approached any doctors in a minute. I did approach one, I think, in the beginning of or the end of last month. And I should start approaching doctors. Thank you so much for reminding us, Jay. We appreciate you. And then would prefer your own voice for real. Shout out. I would definitely like my own voice over there as Mzansi AI. However, lack of funding. JM, shout out. Make sure to download the MIH app on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. Shout out. And then Faisal Mohammed. Interesting. What data security practices do you use for the patient manager? Thank you so much for that. So we do have, Mzansi AI didn't speak about this, but let's ask it the question now. So tell me about the MIH access controls. So we have a tool called the, so let's go back over here. So we have a package called access controls. So this is where doctors, so first and foremost, right? Your patient profile, the information is only accessible to you at the moment. However, when you are a doctor, what you'll have to do is you'll have to request access to this patient's profile. So you see over here, some things have been approved. Only once it's approved, then I'll be able to access that person's profile. But on top of that kind of features, what other security do we want to add into the future? So there is a thing called Etabase, right? So Etabase is a open source tool for end-to-end encrypted backend. So it's basically like Firebase, but end-to-end encrypted. So instead of storing this information just on the server somewhere, it's going to be encrypted and stored on the server. So we're going to use this in the future for our data security. I hope that answers your question, Faisal. Shout out. Then add Meta Llama 3 via Hugging Face to make it super intelligent. So no need to go through Hugging Face, if I'm being honest. Because, Kagiso, your question is basically telling us to rethink about, I don't know how to integrate Ollama with Hugging Face first and foremost. I think that's going to be a big job to do. However, if we have a look over here, Llama 3 is available, but I want to show you what Llama 3 is all about. What's the latest version of Llama 3? I think, is it 3.1? I see there's 3.2 over here. What's the latest version of Llama? Thank you so much, Faisal. Shout out. So, what's the latest version of Llama? Meta Llama latest version. Llama 4. Okay. So Llama 4 is the newer one. So Llama 4. So here's Llama 4, right? On Ollama. If we click on it, you'll see that look at the size of these ones that you have to have. 4. Thank you so much, Kagiso. So look at the size of these models over here compared to the Gemma one that I showed you. Right? So to me they just like where's Maverick? I want a young one. Okay, I see now. Yeah, so it's very huge, these ones. So that's why I went for something else. So I went for Gemma 3N, which is Google's latest open source model. And I only have a 8 gigabytes graphics card in our MIH server. So we just about made it to the 4 billion parameter model. But maybe one day we'll switch it to like DeepSeek or something and see what that's all about. So Jay is saying we need an MIH package shortcuts. Shout out, Jay. So what do you mean by package shortcuts? So like, interesting. Elaborate for us, please. Elaborate for us. Faisal, loving the question. So it's both. So we do have both the app on the Google Play Store Apple App Store, Huawei App Gallery, and the web. But I would prefer for you to download the mobile, the app versions of MIH because they're much better than the web version, if I'm being honest. It's just a thing with Flutter. So just to find us, search MIH or MIH app. But if you're searching on the different stores, just search MIH and you'll find us at the top of the list. Download MIH, set up your MIH account, and then you can start utilizing our services. This is cool. Thanks for the tools. No problem. No problem. Shout out. Shout out. Shout out. We appreciate you. We appreciate you. So yeah, Jay, elaborate on kind of shortcuts. Like, are you talking about what is it, like widgets and stuff? Very interesting. We'll have to learn actual native coding in order to figure out widgets and all of those kind of things. It'll be very cool. The website is built in Flutter too. Yeah. It's built in Flutter also. So where's Flutter? So you can see, yeah, there's it over here. So Flutter transformed the development process, build, test, and deploy beautiful mobile, web, and desktop apps. Well, let's check Kimi. Thank you so much. I sent it. Did you send it in the chat? Or did you send it in the DMs? Let's ask Mzansi AI what Kimi is all about. Please explain what Kimi is all about. Let's see. Let us know, Kagiso, if Mzansi AI is talking nonsense or not. So let's listen to what Kimi is first, and then I'll answer your question, Faisal.
Hey there, waving hand. You're asking about Kimi, right? It sounds like you might be referring to Kimi, the AI assistant from the creators of the MIH app, Mzansi Innovation Hub. Think of me as your friendly helper right here within
Definitely
the MIH
not.
app. I'm designed to answer your general.
Shout out, Brentley. We appreciate you for diving into the chat. So Mzansi AI was clearly talking garbage to us over here, talking about created by MIH. So Kimi AI. How is this more secure? I don't understand. I don't think I'm searching the right thing for security coding. Interesting. Let us know if it's just a normal AI, how does it differ from the other AI assistants? Is it just specifically for like IT security stuff? So then Faisal is asking the question, why did we choose Flutter? Why not choose one of the other platforms or frameworks out there? So the reason why we chose that is because of this. We wanted to code once, have one code base, and then deploy beautiful apps to all of these different platforms out here, including desktop. So that's what we wanted to do. I wanted to code once and then deploy it to multiple platforms. Whereas if you have a different, like you have your web code base in like, say JavaScript or React, then you have another code base in another language, and then all of these kind of things. Now you have two different code bases that you're maintaining. Any backend, not quite familiar with Flutter. So no, backend is completely separate. We are using Fast API for that. So let's keep it over here while we're answering some questions. So on TikTok, let me check. Let me bring this over. And then I'll check for your question over here, Jay. Shout out. Yeah, Python Fast API. Hectic. Yeah, we're using Python Fast API for our backend server, all orchestrated via Docker. So let's see what Jay is showing us. So I see your message had come through. Oh, like one of these bad boys. So let me put it on the screen for everyone. How do I download this? I'm sorry, but let me show you over here. So this is what Jay was telling us about. So yes, it is like a widget kind of thing. So are you talking about this calendar one over here? Oh, I get you. Shout out. I see you, Jay. So you're saying that instead of okay, I get you. Brilliant idea. My bad for being so slow. So you saying, so this is what Jay was asking us. So instead of us entering MIH and then going into the different packages, why not have this tile as its own widget that we can access? But for wallet. Okay, okay. So interesting. So definitely we're going to have to figure out how widgets work. So Flutter doesn't natively handle widgets. We're going to have to do it on the Android side of our app and on the iOS side. So we're going to have to create two separate widgets. And yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult. But we'll definitely keep it in our back pocket for one day in the future. Not sure if it's a full stack Python. Okay. Yes, one of those, at least on Windows. So Faisal, what do you mean by at least on Windows? What does that mean? Let us know. But for wallet, I get you. I see your vision, Jay. I appreciate it. So Levu Monterrey. Thank you so much for diving into the chat. So he or she is asking the question. They are asking the question. Why is MIH so plain? So thank you so much for noticing that. So I don't have much experience in developing front-end stuff. So my first experience doing front-end development was when we first started MIH. So everything is basic at the moment, but so if I'm being honest, I don't like flashy apps where there was someone's website. No, let me not expose other people. But the websites with a whole lot of things are moving on the screen when you scroll and all of these kind of things. I don't really like that kind of style of websites, me personally. So that's why MIH is fairly minimal. So and because we also it is a work in progress, we are working on things. So we are slowly but surely improving the look and feel. Thank you so much, GN Zwane, for the follow. We appreciate you. So we are slowly but surely working on things, improving things. Like for example, our buttons didn't used to look like this. We didn't have like hover functionality. We didn't have this ripple effect over there. But things are there. Simple and basic. Yeah, simple and basic is what we are going for. And we are kind of looking at, or I like functionality working first, and then we can worry about the look and feel, if that makes sense. So the functionality must work, and then we can look at look and feel. But looking at look and feel first, so you can have like an amazing website in front of you, but then there's no functionality to it. So you're prioritizing the incorrect things. So let's see. So Faisal is saying Docker is a pain on Windows. So I use the Docker desktop when I'm using it on my Mac, but I do use the terminal, if I'm being honest. So yeah, and then there's also, that WSL stuff for Windows now. So maybe you can try that. So any formal training in computer science or just self-taught? So perfect question. We appreciate you. Even on Windows, Docker is in general. Yeah. Docker is a little bit painful, but it's a little bit painful to learn. Let me say that. It's a little bit painful to learn, but once you've learned it, you start moving quickly with it. Things start maneuvering. But let's answer your question. Do we have any formal training? Or are we just self-taught? So I do have, so this is me. Penderas, thank you so much for the follow. Shout out. So this is me. So my name is Yasin Meth. I am the founder and CEO of Mzansi Innovation Hub. So you can see I do have a BSc in Computer Science and Information Systems, and from the University of the Western Cape. And I do have about 6 years of banking experience at one of the big banks in South Africa. However, when I was in the banking industry, I wasn't a developer. I was more on the project management, project owner or product owner kind of vibe. So not really developing. So this is our first big project that we've developed outside of university and in work. So yes, this is what we're all about. So bro, don't even get me started with WSL. I generally might die. So you see, this is exactly why, Yuki, if you're still out there, this is exactly why we don't use Windows anymore. We just keep it basic and stick with Linux. specifically Ubuntu. So yeah, we gave up on Windows a very, very long time ago. So I see Penderas. Thank you so much for diving into the chat. Functionality first is also best for quick prototyping that you can slap with HTML where you want to get shit working 100%. So that's kind of the philosophy of us. You can see it's just basic information over here. We needed a privacy policy. So here's our privacy policy. We can make it better in the future, but if it's working, why break it, right? So that's what we are working on. And like you mentioned, quick prototyping, you can do that. And then later on, you can start tweaking the look and feel of your things and making it look a little bit better if you really want to. And then WSL and Docker Engine is great. Don't know what you're crying about. Hectic. I see there's a feud in the chat right now. Penderas, yeah, till you start running into Hyper-V issues for WSL. Yeah, my recommendation, throw Windows in the bin and move over to Linux, specifically Ubuntu OS. That's my suggestion. But thank you so much, everyone, for diving into the MIH Live this evening. We appreciate you. Let's flip our screen. Let's flip for the people on YouTube and Twitch. Remember, everyone, we are live Monday to Thursday at 7 p.m. on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. If you like what we were speaking about this evening, if you like what we are doing, and you want to watch us on the TV, or you want to see our screen like properly instead of seeing it through the phone, you can head over to YouTube for the mobile experience and Twitch for the TV experience. And you can check it out over there. And yeah, or you can just stick with TikTok if you like it there. If you like what we are working on and you want to support us, what you can do is you can firstly follow us, like our videos, watch our videos, repost our videos, share it, follow, all those nice things. Also download MIH, available on the Google Play Store, Apple App Store, and the web, and the Huawei App Gallery. Just search MIH, you'll find us there. Download MIH, create your account, and start utilizing the service. Let us know if you have any issues, or how's the application treating you. And yeah, and if you'd like to support us even further than that, what you can do is you can become a premium member of Mzansi. By becoming a premium member of Mzansi, what that unlocks for you is special perks. So the first perk is early access to the latest version of MIH. Then we have a private Discord server. We also have monthly hangouts and shoutouts for our premium members of Mzansi. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining the MIH Live this evening. We do appreciate each and every one of you, both our chatters and our silent viewers. We appreciate all of you. Thank you so much. I hope to see you I hope to see you. What's today? I hope to see you on Monday. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi. Do you stream on Kick as well? So I see Yuki Magazine jumped over onto Twitch. And so I did used to stream on Kick. I can hook it up for you. Again. And I'll put the TV experience on YouTube also. I'll see how that goes. Thank you so much. Make sure to follow us, Yuki. We appreciate you. And let's keep working hard, Mzansi. Wrong one.